This is me getting the background colours. So those are two shades of blue, and I'm just applying it roughly with my palette knife just to sort of get the whole, just an easier way for me to put it down onto the canvas. And because I'm doing a gradient, I feel like I need to do it all at the same time. So here's what it looks like. I ended up starting to pour it on in places, and this is the result of going over it with a paintbrush and trying to fluff out the merging parts. And this is what it looks like with the brown on top, on the top there, just to give it that sort of aesthetic. These are the finer details that I decided on, and that's what that looks like. I also painted the columns brown just to give it a little bit of colour, and the brown is the same colour as the korowai. Now this was a test run to see if I wanted it. I ended up not going with it, and this was it wasn't really detailed yet. Here's where I start detailing at our noho to sharpen up the edges. Then I went in with the masking tape to do the outlines white. And here it is before I spray it with gloss spray. And here's just a clip of me outside the wā spraying, being very mindful too of the blotches and trying to not spray so close that it'll clearly obviously make a bold mark. And I go up and down, side to side. Yeah, I didn't like that application because it didn't look like that I was doing it sufficiently, and I could see a little bit of mistakes there, so I went back in for a lighter coat. I think that this was the first one that I done, so I learned along the way. As you can see, I've just cut up a brown paper just to protect the background and sellotaped it to the wall. Now this is a different angle because I felt like you couldn't really see my actual application, and I'm just lining it up, making sure that it's where I want it to be, and carried on shaking the spray can. So I sprayed a tester on the side to see if the consistency was right, and then I ended up shaking it for every stroke over, every spray over. I tried my hardest to get it in place, get it nicely lined up, just to give it that overall coverage. Yep, so that's me coming down the board, trying to be focused, but at the same time not be too focused with it. Now I brought it out into the sun for one, to eliminate the smell from being inside, and two, so I could have it see better in the natural light, because I think that is pretty important when it came to this art piece as well. I wanted to see how it would react to there being a glossy coat on top. Yeah, and that's me moving them over just so I can sort of center the piece that I wanted to spray next. the final piece. And there's only one coat on this, on the whole thing, because I felt like it was enough gloss for the effect that I wanted it to, because any more and I feel like it would have been too much. So just there's me going in again, just to make sure. It's almost like mowing lawns. When you mow lawns and you mow the lines, that's what I wanted to achieve here. And I noticed when I got towards the bottle that towards the bottom the can was a little bit more empty, so I started to angle it down so that it wouldn't collide with the concrete. And here is the finished piece. I'm really happy with how it came out, especially the colours in the sunlight, the gold and the green shimmer also, and the colours that come off the korowai. And here's another photo of it. Super happy with what it looks like in the sun, and I knew it would look like that, and the gloss isn't too much. I feel like a lot of learnings went into this, and I am happy with how it came out. I'm actually stoked with my piece.